Hello and welcome to my Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. Just to give everybody an idea of what this is a completely unprofessional, amateur review type thing of the video game Fallout New Vegas. For those of you who don't know what Fallout New Vegas is, if you've never heard of it before, you probably don't play very many video games, but for a quick synopsis, Fallout New Vegas is the sequel to Fallout 3, but it's completely set aside from the Fallout 3 game. So if you've played Fallout 3 before, you don't continue your character in Fallout New Vegas. If you've never played Fallout 3 before, that's okay because you start a new character in Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is a post-apocalyptic game in the Fallout series, and I'm not going to do justice describing the Fallout series because I'm not a huge fan of it. I like it a lot, but I don't follow it religiously. So to give you an idea of what the Fallout series is, it's basically a post-apocalyptic tale where you are a character who lived in a nuclear fallout vault called a Vault Dweller to the people who lived outside of the vault, and you have since came out of the vault and are exploring the wasteland for some reason. In some games you're looking for an artifact. In this game, I actually don't know why you're out of the vault, and in the introductory sequence to the game you're not even in the vault, which you are in most of the other Fallout games. In this game you start out as a courier for a courier service that is carrying you're carrying a package, and you get shot. Oh, whoops. I just completely forgot that I'm actually wearing a gang outfit, so that guy is trying to kill me. Hopefully I don't have to kill him. Maybe I can just run away. Anyways, I'm going to talk over this because I'm not going to shoot him. You are a courier, and you're carrying a mysterious package, and somebody shoots you and buries you and leaves you for dead, and a robot sheriff of one of the small towns that away finds you and digs you up and nurses you back to health by taking you to the doctor. Let's see if I can take this armor off. Good. Now I'm no longer dressed as a powder ganger, and this guy, is he still trying to kill me? Alright, so to explain what just happened, I was wearing the outfit of a powder ganger, which is basically... stop trying to kill me. I don't want to kill you, but I'll do it. I was wearing the outfit of a powder ganger, which is basically a gang that roams the West, and I'm not going to ruin the, too much of the game. I'm going to ruin as little of the game as I possibly can. The powder gangers are this gang that roams the West, and I was dressed as one of them because I wanted to go into their hideout, and in order to go into their hideout, I needed to look like one of them. So that's why I looked like one of them. This guy's still chasing me, isn't he? Man, you are persistent. Alright, well, I'm just going to go kill this guy because he's pissing me off. And now I'm going to enter what the game calls VATS, which is Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System. It allows you to select what portion of the character you want to shoot, and it gives you a percentage for how likely you are to be able to shoot him. So I'm going to shoot him in the leg because I want to show you what it looks like when you shoot someone in the leg. Now his leg is crippled, so he runs slower. You can notice, well, maybe you can't notice, he's nursing his right leg. And if I shoot it again, it's going to be completely crippled. Actually, he's just going to die. Well, maybe he's not going to die. I'll just shoot him in the head. So that's the Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System. It has a cool little kill cam, whether or not you're using that, if you get a critical strike. I'm going to go ahead and load my save game because I don't actually want to kill him. If you've played Fallout 3, one of the immediate differences that you're going to notice in Fallout New Vegas is your reputation isn't just a blanket reputation that covers every single faction in the game. You actually have this, let's see, where is it? You actually have this reputation for each group of people you encounter. So Goodsprings is a city, and they're liked by I'm liked by them there. Powder Gangers is a gang, and they are shunning me because I haven't done anything cool for them. So there's something that I think is a good addition to the game, because I didn't like the fact that in Fallout 3, while there was a good and an evil, you were known to be good by people you've never met, and you were known to be evil by people you've never met, and that affected how the entire game was played. I like the fact that your decisions can affect the game, but I don't necessarily like the fact that if I make a decision way over there, 50 miles away from these guys, I can walk 50 miles over here to people who have never seen me before, and even though there's no telephones or internet, somehow they know that I'm a good or a bad person. So in this game it's a little bit different. From what I've played, it seems as though your outfit is what determines the immediate reaction, unless the people know you. So that guy didn't know me because I'm not infamous. Nobody knows of my deeds. And so since he didn't know who I was, he tried to kill me because I was wearing a powder ganger outfit. Now I'm just wearing standard leather armor and a trooper helmet, so he's just gonna assume that I'm nobody important, and he shouldn't shoot me. If he does shoot me, then I don't know why he'll do that. I'll be very confused. So anyways, the Vault-Tec assisted targeting system is cool, and if you haven't seen that before, you're probably thinking, why do they have that auto-targeting thing? I want to shoot people. It's a first-person shooter, isn't it? Well, it's not actually a first-person shooter. It's a hybrid between first-person shooter and role-playing game. So if you look in the bottom right-hand screen, you'll see the condition of my weapon, which is something that you don't often see in first-person shooter games. As you use one weapon, it wears down over time, kind of like Dead Rising, but not as quick if you're familiar with Dead Rising. So you can't use one weapon forever, but you can use it for a significantly longer period of time than Dead Rising. You can't. It doesn't just wear out after 2 shots or 3 shots. It takes like hundreds of shots for it to wear down, depending on the weapon and how good of a job it has been how good of a job the person who repaired it did. You can also see in the bottom right-hand corner that it says AP, which stands for action points, I believe, and those action points are used to auto-target in the VATS system. I'm trying to find a sheriff for this town over here called Primm. So if you've never done this quest, or if you've never played the game, this is a very early quest in the game where this town Primm has been taken over by powder gangers, and I actually killed them already. But after you kill them, the people who are still living in the town want you to find somebody to take over the role of sheriff. So I actually did find somebody. He was over there somewhere in the powder ganger hideout, and after finding him, he requested that I give him a pardon because he was actually a fugitive, and I was going to those people to see if they would give him a pardon, but it looks like I don't actually have to ask them. I can just give him a pardon somehow, even though I'm not affiliated with those people. Those people are like the law of the land. They're called the NCR, which I can't remember what it stands for. I think it's New California Republic, but I'm not 100% on that. I'm going to put that quest on hold because I don't have the required resources to finish it. And I'll give you a look at the VATS system, or not VATS system, the Pip-Boy system. This is the interface which you access by pushing tab on the computer version. This is your inventory, your stats, everything. Here's my character's status. This in the top left corner is how much radiation you've taken, because the entire world has become radiated since the nuclear war that happened. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff here. There's special, which is basically if you've played any role-playing game before, you know what these stats are. They're different stats that you spend. They're different levels of. What am I trying to say? There are different stats that you can put points in every time you level, and they determine how your character plays out. So a lot of strength will make you physically, you know, intimidating. You can do a lot of melee damage, which is up close and personal with like tire irons and baseball bats. A lot of agility gives you more action points for VATS, so you can use guns and sneak better. Here's a bunch of different skills, and you know, I'm not going to go too in depth into all of those different things. But one thing that I am going to do is try and figure out where my quest is. So here's your quest log, and one of my quests is actually for the Powder Gangers gang, and it's to deal with somebody that they want killed. So you can click on this nice little show location thing, and it's telling me to go back where I just came from, basically. It's a little bit inconvenient. As far as the graphics go, as you can see, the graphics are pretty good. I'm running on what I would consider to be a pretty strong computer, pretty fast computer. I've got a hex core, which is 6 cores, the lowest hex core, the AMD hex core, and I have the lower model. As far as I know, they've only got 2. I have the lower end model, not the higher end model, and I'm running a GTX 285 video card with, I believe, 4 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM in dual channel mode. So I've got a pretty good computer, and I'm sure you've noticed the game is not smooth at all. I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if it's just very graphically intensive, or maybe I've got some of the configuration options improperly configured, but it's definitely playable. It's fun. When the frame rate drops, it sucks, but it's nothing too bad. It's not like it goes down to 1 frame per second for an extended period of time. So if you've got anything comparable to my computer, you should easily be able to run the game. And this is with anti-aliasing, anti-aliasag. I don't know how to pronounce that. Anti-aliasing is how I say it. Probably wrong though. This is with anti-aliasing turned completely off, and most of the draw distance lowered pretty heavily. So to give you an idea of the system requirements, that's how I'm running the game. This mission that I'm on for the Powder Gangers is to find somebody named Chavez and kill him. So they want him dead, and his gang that this guy's created, Chavez, his gang will disperse once he's killed. So they don't care about the rest of his gang, they just want him killed. So maybe I'll be able to snipe him or sneak attack him or something, and then they'll run away. He apparently is an ex-Powder Ganger who has created his own gang.
Alright, pickings were getting slim around here anyway.
So as you noticed, I actually just diffused that situation. The task at hand was to deal with Chavez, not kill Chavez. So when I spoke with him, I had an extra option determined by my speech skill, and that allowed me to tell him to leave without having to kill him. So I could have killed him anyways if I wanted to, but by using that speech option, I get a little bit more EXP, I think. I can't remember. I get a little bit more EXP, I believe, and now he's dealt with. I didn't have to waste any ammo, I didn't get shot at, I didn't have to use a stim pack, which is a healing pack, and the quest is completed. So you'll notice if you play the game that different interactions in the game with characters, with items like computers or locked chests, you'll have a better chance of dealing with those situations if you have the corresponding skill. So there's 2 different types of stats in the game, or 2 different types of determining numbers. There's stats, statistics, or which they call special, which is an acronym for strength, personality, blah blah blah, agility, luck. Those are things that just govern your overall performance in the game. And then there are statistics, which are things like repair, repair, science. Mine that I just used there was speech. There's one called barter, and those determine different things. Like barter will lower the price of items to you in the game from different vendors. Speech obviously gives you more options to say different persuasive things to characters to get your way without having to kill them or do something else. And yeah, it just adds a little bit more of the roleplay dynamic to the game. So if anybody thought this game was not roleplay, obviously
I'm happy you cleared that up for me, but we've got another situation.
You can see that it's quite clearly a role-playing game. I think that's probably pretty close to the 15-minute limit for YouTube, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop now. If you liked my, excuse me, I have the hiccups. If you liked my little Let's Play, then let me know in the comments, or vote it up, or whatever you do to let me know. And I'll make another one either for this game or for a game that you specify in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to get back to playing this game because it's really fun.